States President Donald Trump has fired his Secretary of State, Rex Tillerson, using Twitter to make the announcement earlier today. Tillerson, a former CEO of ExxonMobil, lasted just more than a year in office.
And of course, he was on this tour of Africa just as we speak. As Siobhan Bryce-Peace reports, Trump immediately announced that Tillerson would be replaced by the current CIA Director, Mike Pompeo, who in turn will be replaced by his deputy, Gina Haspel, who, if confirmed, will become the first female CIA Director.
That he'd fired his Secretary of State in a tweet saying Mike Pompeo would, quote, do a great job while thanking Rex Tillerson for his service. Some US media report that Tillerson was asked by Trump to step aside on Friday, which would have been during his multi-nation visit to Africa, which included stops in Ethiopia, Djibouti, Kenya and Nigeria, among others. This was President Trump a short time ago.
I've worked with Mike Pompeo now for quite some time. Tremendous energy, tremendous intellect. We're always on the same wavelength. The relationship has been very good, and that's what I need as Secretary of State. I wish Rex Tillerson well. Gina, by the way, who I know very well, who I've worked very closely, will be the first woman director of the CIA. She's an outstanding person who also I have gotten to know very well. So I've gotten to know a lot of people very well over the last year, and I'm really at a point where we're getting very close to having the cabinet and other things that I want. But I think Mike Pompeo will be a truly great Secretary of State. I have total confidence in him. And as far as Rex Tillerson is concerned, I very much appreciate his commitment and his service, and I wish him well. He's a good man.
Tillerson cut short his visit to Abuja, returning to Washington a day early for what was thought to be pressing matters, including a proposed meeting between President Trump and the leader of North Korea. A statement from the State Department said he'd not spoken directly with the president.
Rex and I have been talking about this for a long time. We got along actually quite well, but we disagreed on things. When you look at the Iran deal, I think it's terrible. I guess he thought it was okay. I wanted to either break it or do something, and he felt a little bit differently. So we were not really thinking the same. With Mike Pompeo, we have a very similar thought process. I think it's going to go very well.
This was Tillerson in October last year, when rumours of his imminent removal were swirling in Washington after he'd reportedly called the president an expletive moron, a quote he would later refuse to confirm or deny.
There were some news reports this morning that I want to address. First, my commitment to the success of our president and our country is as strong as it was the day I accepted his offer to serve as Secretary of State. The Vice President has never had to persuade me to remain as Secretary of State because I have never considered leaving this post.
The State Department said the Secretary was grateful for the opportunity to serve. It went on to say that Tillerson had every intention of staying on because of the critical progress made in national security. Siobhan Bryce-Peace, SABC News, New York.